All right, welcome to our first match of what I'm going to call Draft 3. Won the die roll, got our blue-white Flyers E-deck. Um, I'm remiss to mulligan. We have one spell we can cast, and if we draw any lands, we can cast two more. The Arcanist starts to become a realistic thing. We have a lot of ways to use the... I really don't want to pass this back. On the draw, I would have kept that. This is worse. This is definitely worse. We gotta ship that hand. All right. This doesn't feel like a card that we want, even though we can cast it, and casting things is good. I think it's pretty tough to win against a. I mean, my opponent mulled. No, my opponent didn't mull. I mean, it's pretty tough to win against a 7-card hand with a 5-card hand in this format, I think. But not impossible. So we've had crazier things happen. I'm not mad about that. I mean, I think that Corrosive Ooze is pretty bad. Let's go ahead and run out Divination. More lands. Well, we've got a Snapper, so we've got something to do with them. Hopefully my opponent can't run me over before then, because they show me Jund. And no good targets for Seal Away, so I don't know that I'm going to burn it this early, but we'll play this Sanctum Spirit happily. I think we'll just trade this with the Druid if they attack with it. We're kind of just stalling with the hope of playing the Snapper, and interesting that they only attacked with the Druid. Why would they do that? I mean, if they had the first strike, they would attack with both. If they had fungal infection, maybe it's fungal infection. I don't want to trade with a fungal infection, and I'm okay with taking 2 here. I guess we also could Seal Away if they fungal infection this turn, so let's just hold up. I mean, we'll never know now if they have the fungal infection or not. They could be splashing red. I mean, what else could they have been attacking with that would have made them attack in that fashion? This time we're just going to take the ooze in case they have the fungal infection still. So they missed a land drop. I think our plan is clear. We're going to slam the Snapper and hope that this lets us take control of this game. Fade Elders Reborn, basically. If we can fade it for a turn, we can play this Arcanist. But we've now basically shut down their board. I mean, at this point, I'm so far down on cards. We still don't know if they're black as our second color. Really don't want to get Skin Witched. Let's play the land. We have enough expensive cards in our deck to justify it, including the 2 divinations. Omnivore does represent a problem if we didn't have Seal Away. Time of Ice. How can we best use this card? I mean, I like the idea of slowing down the Omnivore with the Time of Ice, buying us a bunch of time, saving us the Seal Away. Let's see. If I play the Time of Ice, he has 6 power on board that he could block with. So he could. So even if I Time of Ice the Thallid Omnivore, he can still block with everything and kill my Snapper. So it's not that great. We're going to hold on to the Time of Ice. At this point, we just want something to break through the board stall with a flyer. We're going to double block this Snapper. So this way he has to sacrifice 3 things to it in order to... Or he has to sacrifice 2 things, right? It'll make it a 7/7. I mean, if I'm him, I just take this trade right here, right? I guess we're going to find out how good our opponent really is. All right, so here, I mean, I think we just go for it. If I'm him, I think I just trade with the Snapper. Because now he can't even block the Snapper effectively. What can we draw here that's useful and relevant? Not really Shalai. An Academy Journey Mage, which we can't cast, right? No, we can cast a Journey Mage? Yeah. Well, let's do that then. Okay, well, we drew a relevant card at least. No, I guess if he had... No, he can't even... I guess he could Fungal Infection and block with everything and do 5. I mean, I think I have to put him on Fungal Infection, and I'm not in a rush here. Let's play the Baird. Hold 2 lands for Skin Witch. We're out of divinations, right? We played both. So at this point, we're kind of looking to draw a flyer. That's bad. It's not the end of the world, but it's annoying. Add some fat to the board. That's nice. Journey Mage is fine here. So now he's got enough to interact. And because we've been holding our lands, we can't cast both. So, I mean, we could eat the Saproling. But he's got so little mana that making him play the Omnivore again seems good. That's my dog Maisie in the background. I mean, a board stall here is fine with us. I think we're going to start playing our lands, though. Question is, do we throw the Omnivore because we can't, because she's going to start sacrificing good cards to it? We can double block with Baird and Journey Mage. He makes a bunch of trades for that. I mean, we can basically just keep it off the board for a bunch of the game. We can also Time of Ice here and then attack, which is not bad. But I don't think we're going to win that way. I do taking advantage of the tempo here, but I'm more worried about him playing like an actual good card that we have to deal with, like drawing and playing something really powerful. Would suck to get Skin Witched here now that he's hit his 6 land drop. Okay, well, there's a real card that we, have to combat. We have so many flyers that you got to think we're going to draw one sooner or later. I think here maybe we Time of Ice the Worm. I mean, we can take a hit from it though. I'm kind of playing with fire by maybe I should have done this first and then attacked with the Journey Mage. I'll take a trade with a Druid. Next turn we probably will attack with the Journey Mage. I mean, at this point we're hoping to draw a Sentry or Shalai. Jousting Lance is fine. Alright, so he shows us Eviscerate. Doesn't exactly get him ahead, though. Do I tap the Sapperling so that I can kill it? Because I don't really want to bounce the Druids. Yeah, I think that's right. It sucks to have not drawn anything like any action here. I mean, at this point, we have drawn 9, 11 lands. So there's 6 remaining of the 20 cards in the deck. I mean, it might be right to attack with the Snapper here and trade, but the problem is I trade it with it like a Druid. Well, if I draw like the Lance, Snapper is going to be a real problem. So right now we're hoping to draw a Sentry, a Flyer, Shalai, Sentry, Academy Drake, Sphinx, but we will take anything that lets us mess up the board state in a positive way. So the Journey Mages are good here. Blink is good. We'll take that trade. Journey Mage isn't really doing anything for us. If he wants the Fungal Infection, which he's had the whole time, that's also fine. I kind of forgot about it, but I also am not bothered by that trade. She's got another worm that is problematic because we haven't drawn anything useful in a long time. This qualifies as useful. But we're not going to win the race like this. Does this knight do anything? I don't think it does. We can trade 2 guys for the worm. It's like 2 mana, gain 7 life, though. He has a second worm, too. I mean, just drawing this next turn feels terrible, right? But we have a bunch of flyers that can't block left in our deck, so it's not like we're drawing anything else sweet. I think we're in trouble. I'm having trouble envisioning a ton of draws outside of Journey Mage, Blink that are going to get us out of this. One of the sweet things about Worm, and one of the reasons I think it's underrated, is because it has 6 toughness, which dodges a lot of removal in the format. Fire Intervention, for example, dodges Fight with Fire, dodges Blood Tallow Candle. Worm is a real card for 6 mana. I mean, we're about to be in a tough spot here. If he attacks with everything next turn, we are far away from killing him. I don't even think we can attack with the Sphinx. And this is concerning me about the general power level of the deck. It's just going to be tough for us to win grindy games. So we may need to go to Weight of Memory Snapper and slow down our game plan. We definitely want to cut these Knights, and we can't put the Relic Runners in because Fungal Infection is just a huge blowout. I mean, I think at this point we have to double block it and hope that works. That's bad because he also has the sack guy. I think we're just dead here. I think we have to concede. Let's fade the draw step. See if we draw anything. We didn't. All right. Okay, so my opponent's deck is not fast, right? Man, what I would do for a Tolarian Scholar, which like stops everything that he does turn 3 or earlier. But it makes the Knights are just awful, awful, awful. So let's cut both of those, and bring in Weight. I'm kind of inclined to bring in a Divination here. Syncopate is a way to keep some of the worms off. He has a bunch of expensive cards. How expensive are we willing to get here? Like, Lance seems kind of bad. Trapper gets just also awful. But I could cut Lance and play like Hammered Explorer, which kind of blanks a bunch of his 2/3s and stuff. I really should play the other Snapper, right? Snapper was just awesome. Let's cut a Journey Mage for a Snapper. Do I play Syncopate over one of the Divinations? We're trying to bury him under card advantage right now, but we don't have a lot of like actual sweet stuff to draw. Just like flyers. We're totally giving up the ability to just tempo him out with like Trapper or Journey Mage time wise. Because we just don't have really any 2-drops. I think I'm fine with this. I feel like this means I should play Arcane Flight with the Snappers. Seems like I just like win if I do that. Let's play that over the Weight or over the Divination? Over Weight. I have no idea if that's the right board plan. Let's note also that I was down 2 cards in that game. This hand's keepable, if not awesome. Maybe we should have gone up to 18 lands. We just didn't have enough room for all the cards we wanted to play. All right, let's hope we draw some lands. We have some ways to get through the beginning of the game, but We'd love to put that Academy Drake on the field. I'd feel really good if we could draw land here. So that's his grind. Well, here we go. 3 draws, no lands. There are 15 lands in the next 31 cards, so we're like slightly below 50% to draw land here. We did it. We're powerful. Uh, I think we race if we can. I don't think we're going to win this game by playing defense right now. Although maybe because we have a bunch of powerful cards in the end. Ooh, that's a problem. I mean, maybe we can get him with Seal Away or Approach here. We missed a bunch of land drops, so it's like I don't know. He bid on the sack your guys play, so maybe he'll do it again. Nope. He knows we have Seal Away. He's smart to play around it. Sucks to not cast a spell this turn. I mean, it's like a game losing kind of turn. Maybe you approach the Sapper there because we have stuff to do if we draw another land, so we may never get another chance. Okay. So he's going to get way ahead on cards now. Really needed to draw land. Really, really, really needed to draw land. I guess I'm going to blink the Sapperling. You can obviously recast Slimefoot pretty easily. If we draw a land, can we win this game? Possibly. Slimefoot's going to be hard to beat. I mean, he's going to gain a lot of life. Whew. All right, let's play Shalai because it blocks well. Maybe you play Baird there because it blocks even better and he's likely to eviscerate it. But I don't mind playing Baird after Shalai. It's going to be tough to race here, though. We need to keep drawing lands. It's just my opponent's going to be able to cast 2 spells in a turn. If you can, and he has an onboard spell basically in Slimefoot. So my opponent's playing 2 spells every turn, and I'm playing 1. We've got to just block here. I don't think we can afford not to. If he has Gift of Growth, he can do it either way. If he has the Shock card, that's fine too. I like the idea of playing Baird, but we're going to play Sphinx with the hopes that if we draw another land, we can play Baird and another card in the same turn. The problem is that he has a sack outlet too, so he can gain 2 life. He'll gain 3 life, drain me for 2. It's like not a great situation. We'll keep the land on top. That way we can play Time of Ice and something else next turn. If he fungal plots, am I just dead? Yeah, actually. Or no, if he infections. I mean, it's real bad here. He's getting so much life. Okay. So now I have to get Slimefoot off the board. And I'm going to Time of Ice seal away him and try and turn this game around. So if I Time of Ice seal away, and he may sack in response, and then I can decide how many attackers I want to send. So he didn't sack in response. I take 4 if he just hits me. If he has Broken Bond, he hits me, drains me for 2. Makes a Saproling, drains me, and kills me. So I have to leave a blocker back. Double removal spell. All right. This does expose me to Broken Bond, doesn't it? Maybe I shouldn't have done that because I can lose to Broken Bond. Well, maybe not. I don't think you can make them all right now. I mean, I'm going to lose to Broken Bond in the long term. Who's emptied his hand? So on a 3-turn clock. We could draw Divination here, which would be probably good. Arcane Flight would be good. All right. No, I can't really swing with everything. If I draw Arcane Flight, I can attack for 5. Put him on a 2-turn clock. Okay, Arcane Flight might do it. If I draw Arcane Flight, I think I put it on the Snapper, attack with both, chump the worm, and then he's dead. And I also have Baird. Yeah. I mean, I think that's the play if I draw Arcane Flight. So here we Divination in case we draw Arcane Flight. We did not. We could play Trapper. I don't think we play. We'd have to draw Island Arcane Flight. Let's play Baird. I mean, we can take a hit from the worm, and I think that's what we're going to do. Can also draw Journey Mage to bounce the worm next turn. This is interesting. I think we're definitely incentivized to block. Oh, we have to block the. That's right. Okay. We have to block the worm. We're. Does my opponent have another druid or a way to like a way to redraw the druid? Soul salvage would be bad here. So I think we keep clocking him. Then we hold up Reproach with the Trapper. So now my opponent can gain 2, add a turn. We can't not block. We have to block both of those separately, unfortunately. Because now he gets to gain a bunch of life. And here I think we just Reproach. Oh, I should have put the damage step pause on. Oh, man. I did not mean to do that without the damage step pause. I think that's really bad. Because my opponent can exile to make a Saproling at end of turn. Oh, man. That's so bad. Oh, we could have killed the worm. Man, that's so bad, guys. Terrible, terrible misplay. Oh, that's a nice last card. Put a creature in his graveyard, get another token right now. So my opponent can go back to 4. Oh no, we're just dead. Maybe make him think we have blink here. Oh man, guys, does it feel like we punted that one? I don't know if we win. I think we do. Well, lesson learned. Just need to put the combat stop on there. We had the right plan, so that's important. I'll take silly Moto execution errors because we knew what we were trying to do, but we'll see what we can do in our next match.